Good evening, friends. My name is Robert Monoku. This is episode 5 of Anecdotes from my youth, which I discuss stories from my past in the hope that it can inspire you and help you with your growth. Today's story is about a colleague of mine called James Quest. May the Lord rest his soul in peace. He passed away a few years ago. And my anecdote comes from the first time I actually had a one-on-one with him, about 8 years ago. I was in a matatu coming from Donholm, and I sat with him at the back seat. And at that time I didn't really remember him because he used to be a space user where I used to work. And he remembered me, and then I remembered him when he introduced himself to me. And he told, and then I remembered who he was. He was a really good photographer, especially in the days when Kenya was getting into digital photography. There was not much photography going around in Kenya in the early 2010s. He was one of the pioneer DSLR users in Kenya. And what struck me about him is, at that time I was doing a lot of multimedia art and experimenting because I had come from a visual arts background. And I was now doing photography. What James Quest told me is how I should shoot, how I should compose my photos, some tricks of the trade I had not even seen online. Later on, like 3-4 years later, like 2-3 years later, still working in the same space with him, I had a shoot with a client, and I was having a hard time setting up the strobes. And Quest would come and ask me, what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? And he was always so interested in making sure you're doing the right thing. And he didn't have to. He was just somebody who was so much invested in the craft. He was a photographer, he was a filmmaker, and he didn't have to do that. I mean, this is a photographer who was like well established at the time. He had his own website, he had done work for big brands. Why am I sharing this anecdote? He's one of the reasons why I am what I am, along with other people who I've seen as mentors in my life. And one thing he had is the spirit of service. I don't see that among many people. And we never go out of our way to help each other because we feel we don't have anything to gain. Friendship is the title of this anecdote. And the thing with me is this. In high school I had people I considered friends, but right now as an adult, close to 40 years old, I realize that there's a difference between friends and people you happen to know. And maybe that's a point to ponder as we close this video for today, is who are your friends and who are just people you happen to know? Who are the people who don't care about your well-being when you have a problem? These are the things you should assess in your friendships, as well as ask yourself the same question: what do I give? Am I always interested in others when they can do something for me? Or do I also go out of my way and give? And I feel these are the real values of friendship that I've learned over the years. I'm still learning, and I hope I can be that valuable friend. Many of the people I was in high school with, I don't even talk to. Some of them were popular, some of them were celebrities, but in high school, right now, many are dead, some are washed out, and it's very sad that we really tend to respect the wrong things in life. The people who need to respect are those who actually give more than they take. And if you're to respect yourself, I feel you need to give more than you take. Thank you, and I hope you have a nice day.